Hey everyone, today I thought we would do something a little tiny bit different. As you can see, I don't know if it's translating in the camera, but I have horrible sunburn right now. I'm sunburnt here, here, and here on my face, and plus I plucked my eyebrows, or waxed my eyebrows actually, so this area is red, and I thought it might be cool if I can show you guys how you can color correct and cover your sunburn on your face decently enough to where people won't realize that you're sunburnt. So yeah, I just thought it would be a really fun little video just to kind of play around and show you guys how you can cover your sunburn. Now, this might not look too bad to you, but let me tell you, in person, it looks awful. Just like this looks awful. Thankfully, it's not as bad on my face, but I'm Irish. I can't really say much else about that. So the first thing that you will want to do is moisturize your face. I made the mistake of not using a moisturizer on the day that I got sunburnt. Not only did I not use moisturizer, but I also did not use sunscreen. Luckily though, my moisturizer that I'm using before my foundation usually, or before my makeup, does contain sunscreen. Make sure that you moisturize your face because you don't want your sunburn peeling either under your makeup or in general. It's not fun to have a peeling face, you know what I mean? And trust me, I've been through that many a time and it's not fun. So I'm just using my Garnier SkinActive Clearly Brighter Sunscreen SPF 15 moisturizer, this little guy. And I'm just gonna put this all over my face, focusing a lot on my sunburn areas so that I can get the most moisture. So I'm focusing it here and here a lot. My bangs, my forehead I usually don't have to focus too much attention on because my bangs, but I still moisturize it. So yeah, you want to stick to the areas that you got sunburnt, because if you don't moisturize, it will start peeling, as many of you know. So you definitely want that to be okay. So next, you will definitely want to prime your face, because if you don't prime your face, well, the foundation or color correcting or whatever you have going on, the BB cream, concealer, anything, it's not going to truly stick to your face, because if you sweat all day, because it is summer, it will move around, and if you're oily, it can slide. So you definitely want to make the strongest base as possible on your face, because otherwise it'll just move all around. I'm going to use Maybelline's Baby Skin. I'm just going to put a teeny tiny little bit, rub it in between my fingers to try to warm it up so it meshes with my skin a little bit better. And I'm just really going to rub it on. Not too much, but just a little bit. So now I think that the most important part of hiding your sunburn is color correcting. Usually you would, when you color correct your skin, like your problem areas, you would use a color corrector that is the right color to combat what is on your skin. But in this case, because this is red, you want a green color corrector. You can use a stick, you can use a primer or a concealer or a foundation that has color correcting in it, because a lot of products do have that, but you just have to make sure it actually says it. Or you can just use a cream or a liquid. You can do whatever you want. However, if you want to conceal this, I think that the best possible way you can is by color correcting first. I'm using my trusty Loreal Magic Anti-Redness Correcting Primer, because this is like the only thing that truly color corrects my skin. And I'm not taking too much. I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna dot it where I have my sunburn. And I'm also going to move my bangs out of the way and dot it here because I'm a little red. So I'm gonna color correct here. So this is all set on your sunburn. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, normally I would use my fingers, but I want this to blend really nicely onto my skin, so I'm just using a Luxie 512 small contouring brush, and it looks like this. It's like a teeny tiny little powder brush, and I'm just going to try to blend this into my skin, just like you would a foundation. Now you don't want it to disappear, you still want to be able to see the green on your skin, hence why we're doing it like this. So just do your best blending it in, and if you need more, add more. I'm probably going to need more because whenever my skin's red, it shines through whatever I do to it. So this is how it's blended in. You can see that it has done a good amount of color control here. So we're just going to take a tiny bit more. I'm going to. You don't have to. If you do this and your skin doesn't look red, good. Don't add any more. But me, I just need a teeny tiny bit more just through here. My nose is good. I just need a teeny little bit more here on my cheeks. Maybe, okay, I could add like a teeny little bit to my nose. I'm just gonna blend it the same way. Just do circular motions, don't drag it, just do nice little like circular motions. Okay, so you'll just have to do it until you feel the most comfortable. Right now, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this part of my face never gets covered. You can go back in all of my videos and you will always see this little red bit of skin peeking through. Nothing can color correct it. Makeup doesn't hold on to that part of my skin, and I don't know why, so this is pretty well color corrected in my opinion. You can do whatever you want. Now, as that is setting, I'm actually going to use a setting spray because I want it to set really, really well and not move around under my concealer. So next, what you want to do is conceal. Now, you don't want too much concealer just because you don't want to look cakey because it is summer and you don't want too heavy of a makeup. Like, you might want heavy coverage makeup, but you don't want to be wearing so much makeup on your skin because you sweat and sometimes it just doesn't look good. So you want to keep this as not heavy as possible. So I'm just going to take my concealer. You can use whatever concealer you have or that you want. And I'm just going to poke it a little bit, just enough in this area just to cover some of the green. It's up to you how you want to do this. I don't suggest blending it in with your fingers. I suggest using the same brush. However, try to like wipe off whatever green residue there is left and just do the same thing, circular motions. This is where we are so far. So you can see you're just building that coverage in that area. If you want more coverage, go for it. Just be aware that the more makeup you put on, the more makeup it'll look like you're wearing. And if it's summer and you don't really want to wear too heavy of a makeup, just be cautious with how much you're putting on. So I'm stopping here. You can add more as much as you want, but I'm stopping here. I'm just gonna real quick conceal like the normal parts of my skin, like right here and like here. Just a few parts of my skin that normally I'd have to conceal. Okay, so it's completely up to you how long you want your concealer to set. I find that the longer you let your concealer sit on your skin and melt into your skin, the better chance you have of your concealer not moving around and sliding all around. Sometimes when I put concealer on and I very quickly transition into putting foundation on, it can slide around. However, the way I fix that is by taking my foundation brush, and you can use your beauty blender, you can do whatever you want. Taking what I use, I just kind of like tap it, and blend it in that way. It helps to secure the concealer. So now, once you have finished your concealer, it's time for foundation. I'm going to use my CoverGirl Clean Sensitive 505 Ivory shade liquid foundation. Whatever I don't use, I'll put back in the bottle. Because I'm cheap. Okay, so, you know the drill, how I put on my makeup. I just tap it onto my skin first, and then I'll blend it with my brush. apply your foundation however you normally would. So I'm making sure to put this anywhere that my skin looks a little bit green through the concealer. So I'm just going to take my foundation brush and blend this in. Like I said, apply your foundation however you normally would. Just be careful around your sunburned areas. I'm actually going to start in the areas that I am not sunburned, so it kind of lets the foundation get tacky so it doesn't slide around too much when I blend it in. So I'm just going to start here on my chin and work my way up. Okay, so we are at a point where you can take it one of two ways. You can powder with a translucent powder, or you can powder with a foundation powder to add extra coverage in case you need it. I don't feel like I need it, because as you can see I have a pretty porcelain face right now. However, I'll show you what it looks like if you add extra coverage. So normally I use a translucent powder. We all know this by now. But before, I would use Loreal's Balance and Brighten foundation in the shade Porcelain, and this is a color correcting foundation, and basically it's powder, but it adds extra coverage to your skin. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, tap it off because you don't want too much, and I'm just gonna pat it onto my skin anywhere obviously that I need powder. This just adds like the teeniest bit of extra coverage to help hide those areas. And you might be somebody who already uses a powdered foundation. That's fine, then you don't have to worry about powdering. Okay, so I look like a ghost, but that's because I have no color on my face right now. I have no bronzer, blush, highlight, or any kind of mascara or eyeliner or anything. So it looks a little stark right now, but you can see that I am color corrected. My sunburn is not seeable, and as long as I wear a sweater, I won't look weird, because obviously, look at that, you know what I mean? Yeah, so if you received a sunburn as badly as I did, hopefully this helped you. You can even color correct and do it to your body. A lot of people do that. A lot of people put foundation on their chests anyway without being sunburnt, so that's something that you can totally do. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how I color correct my skin and hide my sunburn as best as I can. Hopefully this helped. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. But otherwise, yeah, all of my social media links are in the description down below. I will list all the products I used in the description as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.